Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to work on the Nova again, and we're going to try to get the front subframe out from underneath the car and start trying to get that fixed. So follow along, check us out. Alright, if you watched the last video, you've seen we pulled the engine out. We've got the front subframe pretty much cleared up, whatever. Got that rag joint taken apart, and now we're going to jack it up, put some jack stands under the body, and then we're going to start taking the bolts loose that hold the subframe to the body and try to get this out today. So stick around and see what happens. Okay, after about 10 minutes we got the bolts out. It's kind of hard to see it, but we got the bolts out of the subframe, front and back. There's only two on each side. Now we're just getting the rag joint loose, and I just unhooked the brake lines. So I got a jack holding it up on one side, a rag joint holding it up on the other, and another small jack in the front just kind of holding it up to balance it out. Got the body on jack stands, so we still got to get that loose. And once we pull this forward a little bit and we start getting that loose, it should come loose from the body, and we'll come back when we get to that point. All right, I know this is probably going to be hard to see, but we got the bolts loose, and this is the parking brake cable for the front part of it. And one thing that's stopping us right now is that clip that was here. I got it off, and I got to take this adjuster off, and from there you can see we're pretty well loose from everything on the frame. There was the bolts, so yeah, it's just hanging down now. That jack's holding that side up, so just got to get this adjuster loose. Just take that nut off, pull this cable back through over here, and it'll come back out on this other side, and we'll be able to pull this subframe out. I'll come back in a bit with that. Well, there you have it. Subframe is out of the car. Probably the first time since this car was built, be my guess. Up to this point, it hasn't been all that much work. Luckily, the bolts have all come out fairly easy, as you could see from the earlier videos. But now, I'd say the real work will begin, because we got to tear the front suspension off and get all this cleaned up, painted, or I don't know if I'm gonna sandblast it, or if I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Either paint or powder coat, repair some of the damage, because there's some damage up here on that front frame horn there, and there's some damage on the front side there from an impact that happened a long time ago. If there's any places where it's kind of rusted through, or a little bit thin like that, maybe it's not really rusted through, but there's a little gap there. I might go back and fill that in with some weld. Replace the motor mounts, clean everything up, rebuild or buy a new steering box, that kind of stuff. Put new brakes on it. But there it is, and there's the car without the entire front end on it now. So hope you enjoyed that. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. That concludes it. I mean, that's all we're going to do today. The next time we come back, it'll be showing you, cleaning up the subframe and start disassembly on it, get the front suspension loose, clean them up good, and then, you know, as we go on, we'll rebuild it, and I'll go through and show you everything we do on that. I have my videos on the disassembly been pretty sparse because it's kind of hard to do some of this video by myself, and the you know, taking apart a car is not what people like to see, so they want to see it go back together, and that's what I want to try to do when we start putting the new parts back on it. And I'll make all the changes that we make, whatever they are. I'll go through them, show you what we're doing, and go a lot more in depth on that. So again, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you.